I'm Chris from SoftwareMining, and in this video we're going to show you how to translate and deploy the AWS card demo using our toolkit. So once you've launched the correct center or correct.exe, we want to change the configuration settings slightly. So we're going to go to File and click Show Location of Configuration Files. When you click on that, you'll see just below here, Configuration Directory, and it'll give us a file path. So we can click on that, and that will take us to the folder we're looking for. Now, in this folder, there is a ini file called correct.ini. We're going to replace that with a brand new one, which I'll provide a link to in the description. So once you've downloaded that, you just want to copy it into this location and replace that one. Also provided below will be a link for user-defined kickskeys.ini, which you also want to copy into this folder. Now, I do want to mention, make sure you're doing this with the translator tool itself closed. So if that tool's open while you're performing this, the the settings will be overridden. So make sure that that's closed and add in those two brand new files. Once your ini files are in, we can launch. I'm going to launch correct center here as we're translating multiple files. And from the home page, we're going to click up to File and Setup. And in the setup here, everything has already been sorted out for you except for the directories. We want to replace the source, repository, target, and so on, all of these directories with your own personal, wherever you want them to be located. Now, for the code to be translated itself, it is all on GitHub through the SoftwareMining website. However, I will also provide a link to just the main file translation that we're going to be using, so you don't have to sort through all the GitHub. And I do want to just make a note of the kicks keys here. We have a list of the record names and the key names, and that is what that second ini file has just sorted out for us. So once we've done all that, we can click OK, and we'll be back onto our translator. So from here, we'll click Start, and just up by where it says Prepared Files here, you see a mask with a little space next to it. I've put into here .cbl .bms, so that it's showing all COBOL and BMS files from within the repository. Now, because we just want to translate all of the files, we can drag through, get them all highlighted, and simply click Translate. Now, this will take a few minutes, so I'll return to this video once this is all translated. Once the translation's been completed, you can open up your IDE of choice. We're going to be using Eclipse today. Go to File, New, Dynamic Web Project. And we are going to call this project SM Card Demo. Make sure the target runtime is whatever version of Tomcat you plan to use. Click Next, and if your IDE generates a default source folder, we can remove that. Click on Finish. So it's been built on the left here. We want to right-click it, click on Properties, and navigate to Java build path and source. The first thing we're going to do here is link some sources. So let's click on Link Source. We want to browse and go to the location of the folder. First source will be the properties. So we'll select folder properties. This is going to contain our log4j, some properties files, and some license files, and all of this is going to be linked to download in the description. So follow through there and you can get all of these files yourself. So we click on Finish, and we're going to link another source. This time we're going to navigate to the output of the translation. So I translated all those files into this folder here, card demo. So we will select that and leave the name as default here as card demo is okay. We'll click on Finish. So those are the two sources we need linked. Let's hit Apply and move to the Library tab. On the Library, class path and add external jars. Now, jars we need, you are going to need the the kicks and the core jar files. Now, the stub versions for compilation of these can be found on our website. For runtime, get in touch with us and we'll provide you with the full versions so you can run. So we're going to want those two. We're going to want the API for Log4j and Servlet, which can all be found on our website. And again, I'll link these in the description. And if you are using a database, you will need the JDBC and the connector for that. So in this case, we're using MySQL. So we're going to link the MySQL, JDBC, and connector. Open those, apply, and close. Now let's go into Java resource folder, properties. The next thing I want to show you is on software properties. Here, we want to change this line, it's line 3, the data directory, to whatever your SCAR demo data is. So for me, it's on the C path through here. You'll want to change that to whatever your directory is. And other than that, we can leave the properties file as it is. Now next, we want to open source, main, and web app. Once that folder is open, we want to open up in our files the JSP_lib folder, which can be found on our website, and the web.xml file, which can be found on our website, and these will be linked below. We want to copy or just drag the JSP_lib into the web app folder in your IDE, and click OK. So now we want to copy web.xml into the web.inf folder. So drag it onto web.inf and copy files. Now the last thing we want to do is open up the card demo folder underneath Java resources and scroll down. There will be a lot of different things to scroll past here. Then you want to open screens.jsp and you'll see a list of JSP files here, which we are going to select all of and drag those into your web app folder. So that should move them all into web app. And then you want to open up the index.jsp, which we'll find the download to in the description, and drag that into the web app folder too, and just copy. Once that is in, we can collapse all of this. Right click the project itself, click run as, run on server, select whichever version of Tomcat you're running. For us that was 9. Click finish, and it will take a few moments, but the web app should launch. When it launches, we'll be on the Kix launcher screen. Our Kix transaction ID is CC00. We click on launch, and it will take us to this page with user ID and password. The user ID is user0001 and the password is PSS. Hit enter and we are taken to the main menu. On our website, we are hosting a version on our own servers of this exact demo, and on the bottom of each of the pages on the version of our website, it gives hints as to what to enter and what the different menu items do. So if you wish to explore further, I'll link that in the description. But this is how you translate and deploy the card demo.